Morgan and I talked about collaborating on a project, and at first we just talked about, we just want to get our kids outside. And then I came across this resource that Wild BC made called Leap into Action, and it seemed actually pretty perfect for just getting kids engaged in some kind of action project of their own choosing.
So my class is the grade 5 and 6 class, and Megan's kids are all grade 6. That's 42 of them in total plus us. And we all get together in small rooms and large rooms and outside in order to follow our noses in the direction of environmental stewardship and taking care of our community.
I fidget a lot, and so being outside and doing stuff is way easier than sitting at a desk for me. So I really enjoy it.
So throughout the project, we've been working with a number of learning intentions that encapsulate our big ideas.
I can be an expert, I can contribute meaningfully, I can be a leader, and I can make a difference.
At first we started off brainstorming, and then that's when we went into the forest to collect garbage. So we started then by making a difference just slowly, locally.
The kids lead what's happening, and then Megan and I get together and reflect on that and decide what we're going to do in terms of taking the whole project forward. So it's really built itself organically. We've actually had to expect that what happens one day is going to be what informs what happens the next day.
There was one day when we went for a walk all around town, and what we were looking for is anything that might be a hazard when you're riding a bicycle, or anything that might contribute to riding a bicycle safely around town. So that was just before the Bike to School and Work Week.
We already had a poster that the company had made, but we thought that the poster wasn't good enough, so we decided to make posters of our own. Mr. Taylor had been talking about how you make a poster that you'd put around town, how you would put a poster for older kids in the school, and how you make a poster for the younger kids. Someone in my class asked if a dirt bike counted as a bike, so I decided to draw a picture of a dirt bike and just to know that that doesn't count.
And then we got to put them up around town.
We definitely put some posters up at the local bike shop, and the staff there have started riding their bikes to work.
And we got to bike to school. It will not pollute the earth by using gas. And when you ride your bike, it doesn't take gas, and it's cheaper.
So myself and Mr. Taylor, we bike to work every day that week.
We really were like taking action and being leaders while we could help out our community.
And then they looked at some examples of projects that other students have done.
So that kind of helped us know what we could be doing.
We guided the students with some questions. The questions were, what is an issue or problem in our local community? Why does it matter, and who does it affect? What could be the result of this project, and how can I make a difference? And how might we take action? What will we do, and what's going to be our first step?
The kids came up with, of course, a huge variety of different local topics that they care about.
Toads have always interested me, and they were a big part of my childhood because I've always lived up in the woods, and it's just made me really sad that they're going extinct. Their habitat's across the road from Summit Lake, and that's where they're logging. So I'm writing my letter to NAC 4 because they're the people that are cutting down the forest where the toad's habitat is.
There's lots of people who are jaywalking and getting hit and killed, and when this came up, I thought that would be a great opportunity to talk about it. I contacted the RCMP with a letter, and they might end up doing something about it.
My sister almost got hit by a car, and that's why I wanted speed signs. So I made a petition and went and got people's signatures, and I wrote the letter to the mayor, and the mayor did get back to me. I was really surprised she actually got back to me and that it's a possibility, because I've never done something like that before.
We had the opportunity to have a number of people from within our community come in and answer some of our questions. But our questions were actually formed from the perspective of, we are experts. We can make a difference. How can you help me make a difference? So we had the mayor of Nakusp, we had a local beekeeper, and we had a wildlife biologist come and visit the class.
We had a person to come in and talk to us about mountain caribous. They're decreasing in population.
So I wrote my letter to Julia Berger, and she's a wildlife biologist who lives here locally, and she helps out the environment. So I wrote, my group's action project is called Trophy Hunting is Cruel. The fundamental reason of this project is to heighten our awareness about how trophy hunting could be negatively affecting our targeted and at-risk animals. We want to be advocates for the welfare of these animals. We are hoping through this project we can help make sure we have a healthy and balanced ecosystem and protected animals. I'm very environmental, and I've always had a big passion for animals. And when I see people trophy hunting, it bugs me because they're killing just to kill. And so I really want to help out because a lot of grizzly bears and gray wolves are being culled and trophy hunted. So I really wanted to do the best I could to help.
We picked the bee issue because it's one of the issues that we were really interested and worried about in our community, and we just really don't want them to go extinct because it would be bad for us and all the ecosystem.
A beekeeper came to our school. I learned it takes 1 million blossoms just to make one little jar of honey. Queen bee can lay 2,000 eggs in a day.
We put up posters around the school saying save the bees, just kind of make other people aware of it, and now we're planting flowers for them.
I planted mustard and lettuce to help the bees pollinate.
I felt really good that we were planting flowers because then it will be more flowers for the bees to get nectar from.
Kind of feels pretty good just to help a bee which doesn't do anything wrong. You can just help it in some way.
I feel like I'm standing up for my rights and myself and the toads, and I'm very proud of myself, and I'm happy I'm doing it.
I just like doing it because it's fun and something that I'm actually interested in.
Save the Mountain Caribou and Bumblebee Flower Project connects because they're both saving animals. Save the Mountain Caribou and Western Toads because they're both endangered.
It was a chance for us to really stretch our thinking as far as what those things were that connected all of the projects, because one of the bigger ideas that we don't have to say directly, it's implied, is that everything we do is always connected.
I've learned that everything was connected, even if it seems impossible.
This project connects to all 6 of the core competencies with the curriculum. Communication, creative thinking, critical thinking, personal awareness, and social responsibility.
It's wow, we can help out the environment, and we're only in grade 6. So I think this is even going to help us in our future.
And I'm happy that we're doing something to help our community, even make a small difference in the world, because it's the small things that count.